The Codex Gigas. What makes this cursed book so dangerous? The Codex Gigas, ominously known as the Devil's Bible, is a medieval manuscript shrouded in mystery and terror. Its immense size, dark origin story, and chilling illustrations have earned it a reputation as one of history's most cursed books. As the legend goes, it was created in a single night by a monk who sold his soul to the devil himself. The result? A monstrous tome filled not only with scripture, but also with macabre lore, spells, and a haunting depiction of Satan. An image, many claim, holds a sinister power of its own. For centuries, the Codex has been linked to tales of misfortune, destruction, and eerie phenomena. But is this reputation deserved? What makes this ancient manuscript so dangerous? To answer these questions, we must delve into its dark history, examine the chilling accounts of those who've encountered it, and confront the psychological and supernatural forces that surround this enigmatic artifact. If you found this introduction intriguing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fascinating explorations of history's mysteries. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think about the Codex Gigas and its dark legacy. First, history of misfortune. The Codex Gigas, often referred to as the Devil's Bible, emerged from the shadows of the early 13th century, shrouded in myth and mystery. Reportedly created in a Benedictine monastery in Bohemia, now part of the Czech Republic, it arose in an era steeped in religious devotion and scholastic pursuits. According to legend, this massive manuscript was not born out of mere piety, but out of sheer desperation. A monk, condemned to severe punishment for breaking his sacred vows, sought redemption in an extraordinary way. He vowed to create a book so grand and all-encompassing that it would glorify God and immortalize the monastery's name. As the story goes, the monk faced an impossible deadline. The manuscript had to be completed in a single night. Realizing the enormity of his task and the certainty of his failure, he resorted to forbidden means. In his desperation, he invoked the devil, offering his soul in exchange for assistance. According to the tale, Lucifer fulfilled his end of the bargain, and by morning, the manuscript was complete. As a chilling signature, the devil left behind his own portrait, occupying an entire page of the Codex. While many historians dismiss this origin story as mere folklore, the manuscript's eerie reputation remains undeniable. Beyond the legend, its physical presence and history of calamities seem to affirm its ominous aura. The Codex Gigas quickly became an object of fascination and trepidation. Its size alone is extraordinary, nearly 3 feet tall, weighing over 160 pounds, and containing 310 vellum pages reportedly made from the hides of 160 animals. Within its massive pages, it includes the full Latin Bible, medical texts, chronologies, and magical formulas, a compilation so vast it has been likened to a medieval library within a book. However, despite its comprehensive content, the Codex is best known for its infamous illustration of the devil, which occupies an entire page. The grotesque yet mesmerizing depiction shows a horned figure with clawed hands, green skin, and a menacing expression standing between two towers. This striking image has fueled speculation about the book's dark origins and the unsettling energy it is said to radiate. From the moment of its completion, the Codex Gigas appeared to bring misfortune to those who possessed it. Its early history is vague, but records suggest it remained in the monastery for centuries. Eventually, it was transferred to Prague, where it came under the care of Emperor Rudolf II, a ruler known for his fascination with the occult. Rudolf's court, already steeped in mysticism and alchemy, reportedly experienced turmoil during the Codex's stay. The most dramatic chapter in the Codex's history unfolded during the 30 Years' War, 1618 to 1648, a devastating conflict that ravaged Europe. In 1648, Swedish forces stormed Prague and seized countless treasures, including the Codex Gigas, which was taken as war booty. Transported to Stockholm, it was housed in the Swedish Royal Library. Shortly after its arrival, a fire broke out in the library. Although the Codex narrowly escaped destruction, those who attempted to save it suffered injuries. Accounts suggest the manuscript's immense weight made it difficult to move, leading to accidents for those who tried. This was not the last calamity associated with the Codex. Fires, floods, and other disasters have repeatedly struck libraries and collections that housed the book. Custodians and scholars have reported mysterious illnesses, accidents, and even deaths, giving rise to whispers of a curse. While skeptics dismiss these incidents as coincidence or superstition, the Codex's reputation as a harbinger of misfortune endures. Even in modern times, the Codex Gigas continues to inspire unease. Now housed in the National Library of Sweden in Stockholm, it attracts visitors and researchers from around the world. Many who stand before it report a palpable sense of dread, an oppressive energy that seems to emanate from its pages. Some scholars even refuse to work with it, citing an inexplicable discomfort that defies rational explanation. Interestingly, the Codex Gigas is not universally feared. Some regard it as a marvel of medieval scholarship, a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. Yet even among its admirers, there is an acknowledgement of its unsettling nature. The combination of its dark legend, its grotesque depiction of the devil, and its association with calamity makes the Codex Gigas a uniquely disquieting artifact, one that continues to straddle the line between awe and dread. Second, famous cursed books. The Codex Gigas is not the only book burdened with a sinister reputation. Throughout history, other texts have been regarded as cursed or malevolent, often intertwined with humanity's fears of forbidden knowledge and the perilous consequences of delving into the unknown. One such enigmatic text is the Voynich manuscript, a baffling book written in an undecipherable script accompanied by strange, otherworldly illustrations. Discovered in the early 20th century, the manuscript has confounded linguists, cryptographers, and historians for decades. Speculations about its origins range from alien intelligence to ancient sorcery. While the Voynich manuscript lacks a history of bringing tangible misfortune, its mysterious provenance and indecipherable nature lend it an undeniable aura of unease. Another infamous tome is the Grand Grimoire, also known as the Red Dragon. Reputedly penned in the 16th century, this book is said to contain rituals for summoning demons and acquiring forbidden power. It is shrouded in stories of tragedy and despair, as those who attempt to wield its knowledge are often met with dire consequences. The Grand Grimoire's reputation as a cursed and perilous text has endured through the centuries, perpetuating the notion that some knowledge is best left undiscovered. Yet, what sets the Codex Gigas apart from these other texts is not merely its content, but its overwhelming physical presence and the chilling legend tied to its creation. Towering at 3 feet tall and weighing over 160 pounds, the Codex commands attention and reverence. Its sheer size, combined with the legend of its devilish origins, gives it an almost otherworldly quality, as though it is more than just a book. It is an artifact of both dread and intrigue. When reflecting on cursed books such as the Codex Gigas, a recurring theme emerges: humanity's fear of forbidden knowledge. Throughout history, people have been simultaneously drawn to and terrified by the unknown. Texts claiming to hold universal secrets, pathways to otherworldly forces, or powers beyond comprehension evoke primal anxieties. The Codex Gigas, with its amalgamation of sacred texts, medical knowledge, and occult imagery, epitomizes this duality. It stands as both a source of enlightenment and a symbol of transgression. The devil's portrait within the Codex underscores this tension. It serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the moral consequences of pursuing forbidden knowledge. Whether or not the Codex Gigas is truly cursed, its legend forces us to confront profound philosophical questions about power, the limits of human understanding, and the price of hubris. Ultimately, the Codex Gigas is more than a medieval manuscript. It is a symbol of humanity's enduring fascination with mystery and the macabre. Its legend, blending religious devotion, supernatural bargaining, and historical misfortune, has cemented its place as an object of both fear and reverence. Whether regarded as a cursed artifact or a monumental achievement of human ingenuity, the Codex Gigas continues to captivate the imagination. Its enduring aura serves as a cautionary tale, warning of the potential consequences of seeking knowledge that lies beyond the boundaries of human comprehension. Third, paranormal activity. The Codex Gigas, often referred to as the Devil's Bible, is not merely a relic of historical significance or a testament to medieval ambition. It is also the subject of numerous accounts of paranormal activity, tales that defy rational explanation and enhance its ominous reputation. Beyond the tangible disasters associated with its history, such as fires, injuries, and mysterious deaths, the manuscript has become a symbol of eerie phenomena that seem to transcend the natural world. These stories, whether rooted in reality or shaped by imagination, have solidified its status as an object of fascination and fear. Visitors to the National Library of Sweden, where the Codex Gigas resides today, frequently report unsettling experiences when near the manuscript. Many describe sudden chills, despite the library's meticulously controlled climate. Others have spoken of an inexplicable sense of being watched, an oppressive sensation that lingers even after they leave the manuscript's vicinity. Some have experienced physical symptoms, such as dizziness or nausea, which dissipate once they distance themselves from the book. While skeptics attribute these reactions to psychological suggestion, the consistency of these accounts is difficult to ignore. Perhaps the most chilling claims involve faint, indistinct whispers heard near the Codex Gigas. These sounds, often described as unintelligible murmurs, lack any discernible source. Library staff, attempting to explain the phenomenon, have ruled out mechanical noises, drafts, and environmental factors. Yet, the whispers persist, defying rational explanation. Critics argue that such occurrences stem from heightened sensitivity or overactive imaginations. For those who have heard the whispers, however, the experience is deeply unsettling, leaving an indelible mark on their memories. One particularly haunting account comes from a librarian tasked with the maintenance of the Codex Gigas. He reported that the manuscript occasionally emitted a low, almost imperceptible humming noise, as if it were vibrating faintly. Though the sound was subtle enough to be dismissed as ambient noise, the librarian was convinced it emanated directly from the book. Attempts to capture the noise using modern recording equipment yielded no results, leaving the phenomenon unexplained. Was the sound a figment of the librarian's imagination, or was it evidence of something more profound and supernatural? This experience is not an isolated incident. Other caretakers of the manuscript have spoken of feelings of unease while handling the book, describing an almost sentient awareness that seems to emanate from its pages. Some describe it as a sensation of being watched or judged, as though the Codex Gigas were more than a mere object, a presence imbued with an enigmatic force. The Codex Gigas originated in Bohemia, a region steeped in folklore and superstition. Stories of its dark influence have been passed down through generations, adding depth to its already fearsome reputation. One legend tells of a historian who, captivated by the manuscript, attempted to recreate its contents in a modern version. As he immersed himself in the project, he began experiencing vivid nightmares in which the devil's likeness, as depicted in the Codex, featured prominently. Friends and family observed his increasingly erratic behavior, and he ultimately succumbed to madness. His life ended under mysterious circumstances before he could complete the recreation, leaving behind an unfinished manuscript that some claim carried its own unsettling energy. Other tales from Bohemia recount ghostly apparitions associated with the Codex. Monks in the monastery where it was created reportedly witnessed shadowy figures moving through the halls at night, accompanied by whispers in an unrecognizable language. These stories, while unverifiable, have persisted for centuries, contributing to the Codex Gigas's legacy as an object of dread and mystery. The Codex Gigas remains a testament to the human fascination with the unknown. Its history, shrouded in superstition and accompanied by tales of eerie phenomena, invites us to confront the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural, the known and the unknowable. Whether these accounts stem from heightened imagination or hint at something otherworldly, the manuscript continues to evoke both awe and unease, a chilling reminder of the mysteries we may never fully comprehend. The power of fear and belief. The Codex Gigas's reputation as a cursed and supernatural object is fueled not only by folklore and anecdotal evidence, but also by the psychological toll it exerts on those who encounter it. The human mind is deeply susceptible to fear, especially when confronted with symbols of the forbidden or the uncanny. The Codex, with its immense size, grotesque depiction of the devil, and the chilling legends surrounding its creation, embodies many elements that evoke primal terror. One plausible explanation for the disasters and eerie experiences attributed to the Codex Gigas is the nocebo effect, a psychological phenomenon where negative expectations produce real, adverse outcomes. Individuals who believe they are cursed or under the influence of a malevolent object may unconsciously behave in ways that bring about misfortune. For instance, a scholar handling the Codex might become so overwhelmed by fear that they make careless mistakes, resulting in accidents or injuries. Similarly, the stress associated with believing in the Codex's curse could weaken one's mental or physical health, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. While the nocebo effect offers a rational framework to understand many of the Codex's alleged effects, it does not diminish the book's psychological power. On the contrary, it underscores the profound influence of belief and the human tendency to attribute extraordinary meaning to unusual events. In this sense, the Codex Gigas is dangerous, not because it is inherently cursed, but because of the fear it inspires in those who interact with it. The Codex Gigas's reputation often precedes it, shaping the perceptions of those who encounter it. Visitors to the National Library of Sweden, where the manuscript is housed, frequently arrive with preconceived notions about its supernatural properties. These expectations make them more likely to interpret ordinary sensations, such as a draft or faint noises, as evidence of paranormal activity. This phenomenon, known as confirmation bias, amplifies the Codex's mystique, perpetuating the cycle of fear and fascination surrounding the manuscript. However, suggestion alone cannot account for all the experiences associated with the Codex. The consistency of certain reports, such as the sensation of being watched or the faint, indistinct whispers heard near the manuscript, suggests that there may be more to these phenomena than mere legend. Whether these occurrences are psychological, environmental, or genuinely supernatural remains an open question. Even without its dark reputation, the Codex Gigas is an inherently intimidating object. Measuring nearly 3 feet tall and weighing over 160 pounds, it dominates any space it occupies. Its monumental size, coupled with its intricate calligraphy and unsettling illustrations, creates an atmosphere of awe and unease. For many, standing before the Codex feels like standing in the presence of something otherworldly, a physical embodiment of centuries of human ambition, fear, and superstition. The manuscript's infamous illustration of the devil intensifies this effect. The grotesque image, which occupies an entire page, is simultaneously captivating and repellent. Its placement within a book that otherwise contains sacred texts and scientific knowledge underscores the Codex's dual nature as both a symbol of enlightenment and a warning of humanity's darker impulses. The alleged paranormal activity and psychological effects linked to the Codex Gigas are as much a part of its legend as its physical contents. Whether these phenomena stem from suggestion, coincidence, or genuine supernatural forces, they have solidified the Codex's place as one of history's most feared and fascinating artifacts. The Codex Gigas challenges us to confront deep-seated fears of the unknown, of forbidden knowledge, and of the consequences of ambition that exceeds moral or natural limits. Ultimately, the power of the Codex Gigas lies not in its capacity to cause harm, but in its ability to evoke both awe and dread. It serves as a reminder that some objects transcend their material form, becoming enduring symbols of humanity's fascination with mystery and its fear of the unknown. Whether viewed as a cursed relic or a masterwork of medieval scholarship, the Codex Gigas remains an enigma, captivating and unsettling all who encounter it. 5. Does the Codex Gigas truly carry a curse? The Codex Gigas is far more than a mere book. It stands as a profound symbol of humanity's deepest fears and most compelling fascinations. Its history is laden with tales of misfortune. Its pages harbor unsettling imagery, and its legend is suffused with the aura of the supernatural. Whether the Codex is genuinely cursed or simply a victim of its own formidable reputation, it remains one of history's most enigmatic and disquieting artifacts. To skeptics, the Codex Gigas represents a remarkable historical relic, a testament to human ingenuity, creativity, and endurance. For believers, however, it is a cursed object, imbued with dark and incomprehensible forces. Yet, regardless of one's perspective, the Codex holds up a mirror to our collective psyche. It reflects not only our fears and superstitions, but also our enduring fascination with the unknown and our struggle to reconcile the boundaries between reason and belief. Perhaps the greatest danger posed by the Codex Gigas lies not in its supposed curse, but in its unparalleled power to captivate and terrify. It challenges us to confront the mysteries that lie at the intersection of history, legend, and the human imagination. In the end, Whether one views it as a cursed relic or an extraordinary artifact of medieval scholarship, the Codex Gigas serves as a poignant reminder. Some mysteries, no matter how alluring, are best left unopened.